What is up, F and True followers? JC Styles of F and True Wrestling with the TNA Slammiversary review for 6/12/2011. Now, this pay-per-view was okay. It wasn't as bad as last year's. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I don't want to take up too much time. I'm just gonna run through the matches real quick. We see the reforming of British Invasion take on the defending James Storm and Alex Shelley for tag team championships for beer money. This was a very good tag team match. We basically see miscommunication between James Storm and Alex Shelley. We see the beer spit in Alex Shelley's face by mistake. He missed. He hit the he kicked Shelley kicked Storm in the face, allowing them to work on James Storm some more. And then they hit this move off the top rope. It was almost like a Legion of Doom, death drop that LOD used to do, but it was more like an elbow drop, and then and then we see James Storm kick out of that. Then Alex Shelley gets in the ring. They mix it up. We see Storm hit Douglas in the with the last call, the super kick he calls the last call, into the sliced bread, and we see the winning. We see Alex Shelley and James Storm retain the tag team championships. Scott Steiner and Matt Morgan, I'm not really going to get into too much. I'm just going to say that I respect both athletes, but to be honest, Scott Steiner can't really deliver anymore. He's a great wrestler, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I just can't see Steiner and Morgan being a big draw on the pay-per-view. Matt Morgan wins by carbon footprint pinfall 1, 2, 3. TNA X Division title match. The defending Abyss takes on Brian Kendrick and Kazarian. Now, Kaz and Brian Kendrick tried their hardest to try to get this title, to recapture, get the belt off of Abyss. They basically worked on Abyss for like half the way through the match. This is where the show really started to go down for me. I really wanted to see a new champion, but the winner of the match was Abyss by a really bad finish. We see Kendrick basically lay out, but basically Kendrick and Kaz go shot for shot. Kendrick lays out Kaz. We see Abyss throw Kendrick out of the ring, and Abyss just covers Kaz for the win 1, 2, 3. I mean, they could have at least had Abyss hit Kendrick with the shock treatment or a black hole slam or a choke slam or something. So your winner and still X Division champion, Abyss. Now, this match I really was interested in seeing because the fact was that, we all know Samoa Joe was undefeated for almost a year and a half up until Genesis 2006. He took on the undefeated Crimson. Now, there were so many high impact moves. We saw an attempt at the Muscle Buster. We saw a T-bone suplex on Joe. We saw the Katina clutch. We seen power slams, suplexes, single leg. We saw good technical and good submission wrestling. We seen Joe try to take out the legs of Crimson. It was a good all around battle. Unfortunately, we see Crimson hit like this. I guess what it's supposed to be is they call it a sit-down powerbomb, but it's more like a sit-down spine buster. And Joe basically, I was expecting to see more out of this match. Like I was expecting to see something out of we see them trade back finishers, kind of. And then once they get worn down, we see a very big high-impact move for Crimson to win the match. Unfortunately, this did not happen. We had a weak finish for this match, but it was a good match. I enjoyed it. Good brawl, good technical ability wrestling, good submission wrestling. We see Crimson still undefeated and winning by pinfall over Samoa Joe. Now, the women's match started off. We see a backstage promo basically with Angelina and with Winner. And Winner basically says, "Hey, Angelina, it's time for your medicine." And Angelina pushes her hand away and says, "Hey, look, I understand why we did what you did. We're on the same page. Now, I understand. Let's go out and, let me go out and wrestle." So she went out there and did a fantastic match. She was going out there. She was taking it to Mickey. She was fighting Mickey. She was whooping Mickey. You know, she hit the Botox injection just when you thought that she was going to win. You know, we see basically a botched DDT on Angelina. I don't know whether it was supposed to be a reversal or what. It was very, I don't know if it was because of she wasn't, you know, fully prepared to pick Mickey up for the impact DDT that she does. Unfortunately, it was a very botched DDT. Like I said, we see Angelina. We see the Angelina's shoulders counted to the mat for the 1, 2, 3. Your winner and still TNA Knockouts champion, Mickie James. Now this match was brutal. It was, we see AJ and, you know, AJ and Bully Ray basically, you know, take it to one another, you know, just all out battle. I mean, we seen AJ pull everything out in the book. Now, before we see steel chairs, we saw chains, we saw steel stairs, we even seen a table brought into it. We see Bully Ray busted out wide open, you know, being this fought all over the impact zone, fought up onto the stage. It looked like Bully Ray was gonna powerbomb AJ off the top of the stage. AJ jumped off, hit the Pele, kicked Bully Ray off the stage. Bully Ray kind of like just rolled off, but caught himself so he didn't fall and hurt himself. But we see AJ run and jump off the stage. It was kind of like almost like a suicide dive. It was just really friggin' awesome. He connected with it. Bully Ray wouldn't stay down. We see AJ go grab a table, set it up, put Bully Ray up. He went on top of the stage, and it looked like he was getting ready to jump off, but he climbed this metal structure that they had next to the stage, hit a flying elbow drop off the top of the rope, off the top rope. I'm sorry, off this structure, through the table, through Bully Ray. Now this is where this match went downhill for me, because I really wanted to see AJ pick up the win. We did not. We saw Bully Ray pick up the win. We see Bully Ray answer the count at 10, and AJ loses. Now what happens is, now I could have swore the way last man standing matches happened was that if you went and your feet, if you were on your feet but not fully stood up, but you were on your feet, the ref broke the count. Well, AJ's foot was up on his feet, and basically we see Bully Ray kick AJ into the wood siding on the stage, go through the wood. We see Bully Ray get up and answer the count of 10, thus being the last man standing for this match. Now this match, it had a lot of intensity going into it. The match didn't actually officially start until 6 minutes in. The bell finally rang. They were wrestling. They were fighting all over the impact zone through the crowd. Sting was hitting hitting Anderson up against anything and anyone and everything in sight. We see Eric Bischoff basically come out and basically, I don't know if he was supposed to get involved. If it did, we didn't understand if he was out there for support to Sting or support to Anderson or what. Then we kind of see Sting hit the Scorpion Death Drop, and when the ref was coming down for the 2 count, he got in the ring and slammed Bischoff's hand on the floor. Well, Bischoff slammed his hand on the mat to make it sound like there was a 3 count. Sting got up. The ref was like, no, you didn't get the 3 count. And then he saw Bischoff, and basically he knew that Bischoff screwed him over. We see Anderson low blow, mic check. Anderson is the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Now, unfortunately, me and Brian both said it to ourselves. We like Anderson. You know, we like him just as much as the next person. We're assholes at heart, but we didn't want to see Anderson win this way. I don't know if he's going to join Immortal or if he's going to be his own solo person, his own person or what. But that was a very good match. It was just the ending again. The endings to some of tonight's matches were very poorly done. Then we see Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett. It was #1 contenders match, and if Kurt lost and Jarrett won, Jarrett would win Kurt Angle's Olympic gold medals. Now, this was a very, this was a very good match. It was a lot of good matches. It was power bombs, ankle locks, DDTs, 2 count near falls, misses. Jeff Jarrett hits the stroke, but only gets a 2 count. Then we see the referee get knocked down. There was a big scuffle there, and then we see Jarrett use the guitar. The ref gets in the ring, and basically, Angle kicks out. Then we see Jarrett try to put Kurt in the Angle. We try to see Kurt put in. I'm sorry. We see Jarrett put the ankle lock on Angle. We see Angle, basically the fans start chanting USA. We see Jeff kick. We see Kurt kick Jeff's grip loose. We see Jeff go for the Angle slam. He reversed it. Kurt Angle put his own ankle lock on. Jeff Jarrett submitted. So we have a new TNA World Heavyweight Champion and a new #1 contender in Kurt Angle. Guys, I'm sorry that this video was a little off, but unfortunately I'm tired. I had a long day and I got to get up early tomorrow morning. I want to get this out there for you guys. So please comment, let me know what you guys thought of the pay-per-view. Leave your comments, what you thought, how you thought this should have went, how you thought the matches should have ended. And for F and True Wrestling, have a good week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night for Monday Night Raw.